Alrighty, let's take a look here. Let me make sure I have some audio coming in there. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's do a quick audio check. Save changes. Testing. Oh, it does look like I have audio there. Okay, that's good. A little bit better from that. Let's turn it up just a little bit. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alrighty, guys. Once I get some people in here, they'll give me a thumbs up on the sound check. So last night I was on my way home, and one other thing here. FSP Action. Hello, how are you? Let me know, is the sound okay? And give me a thumbs up on that sound. It's going to be quickly doing a little edit here. And let me change my settings on my side. Again, I'm using the free version of OBS Streamlabs to do this, which is really cool. And I think we can scroll that down there. It's safe to say. Okay. Sweet. So welcome, guys. Patrick Levar, mobile photography this time. I've been spending a lot of time taking photos, guys. And shooting with the anamorphic lens. If you guys did not know, I finally, 2 years in the saving, I have finally saved up for the moment anamorphic lens. And just because the fact, I mean, the ULANZI lens is no doubt awesome, and the ULANZI lens is a little bit different. The flares are a lot more stronger. Let's sit that back. The flares are a lot more stronger, and they're nice and blue, and I really like it. But the fact that I always have to take my phone out of the case, put the lens on, and then the lens, it still moves. You got to make sure it's straight every single time. And sometimes I bump in, don't realize it. I'll take a shot, or I'll do some video, and then like the lens is crooked. And it was just little things like that was killing my workflow. Hilton, what's up? How are you? We got thumbs up on the sound. That sounds good. Okay, thanks, guys. And that was just slowing down the work process, and I was not having a good time every time I had to use the ULANZI, just because I knew it was moving around and I had to be so delicate, and I did not have my phone in the case, and I almost dropped my phone once. And dropping a phone, you guys know, on the street with no case can be bad. So I finally saved up and got the moment case, and then I waited another 2 months again and saved up again for the moment. I saved up for the moment. What do we got here? Filter mount M37, or the M series 37 millimeter, and I have the ND filter on this, the variable ND filter on this one here. You guys can see, that, like the sunglasses for your lens here. Check it out. So if I put that on there, right, we got that, and then I can just basically darken it. Boom, like that, darkens. So super fantastic. I actually used that this morning. I had got up and was messing around with some long exposure shots. Let me quickly, Video Rocks, hey, what's up? Hello, where's everybody at? What time is it here? It is exactly 1:58 here, which is good because I have to leave for work in about an hour and a half, so I got plenty of time to sit here and play online, I guess. That's what I do now. This is my playing. I don't play video games anymore. This is playing video games. But I did take a really cool shot today using my using the ND filter, and check it out. Look at it. This was a pretty cool shot. So what I did was I used my Samsung Note Pro mode, basically, where you can control all the settings, manual mode. I had set the time on, let's see here, I forgot to think what time was. Let's go into the details here. And down here at the bottom, exposure time was 1/15 seconds, right? Everything's kind of super blurry. But then when you set everything down to 1/15, everything is super bright. So I had to put the ND filter on, turn the ND filter till it darkened everything up. And then I was able to take this really cool shot, what they call a pan shot, where basically as something comes by, you swipe by and you like try to grab the shot. So as this little scooter was coming by, I kind of just panned by and boom, and snapped the shot. So it worked out pretty cool. I took like a lot more that were just horrible and just super blurry. I probably took 15, 20 shots. This is the only one that kind of came out half decent. So it's a new technique that I'm working with. They use it a lot in street photography and just photography in general. But again, you need to be in manual mode and you need to adjust that. You need to be able to just, okay, hang on. One other thing I noticed has not happened. This chat is not on the screen again. Let's add that on there because I want you guys to all be able to see what's going on. And where was it? This one. And save. So let's figure out why that's not happening. Because I think everything needs to be on the top here. So this might work here. We'll see if that shows anything, if that shows up. Okay, so anyways, doing the long exposure shot with that was really fun because I never really messed with the long exposure time. And today, again, when I go to work, I'm going to be trying to do pass by shots like this of cars and vehicles passing by. So we'll see how that comes out. And one other thing here, where's the chat box? Is supposed to be right there. And I don't know why you guys can't see it. So let me drag it down. Eventually, I'll get all these settings right, and we'll be okay. So I think it might pop up a little bit later once we start getting. Sound is proper, but video is laggy. Really? Video is laggy. Yeah, dropping frame rates. Yeah, it looks like here we are dropping some frames. Let me try one other thing, guys. Oh, you know what? I think I do have my web browser open in the back. We probably should close that. And that might help things a little bit better. Frame drops are dropping over 50%. Okay. I don't really know what all that means, but let me just do this. Hang on. Yeah, you got to have a pretty decent internet connection, you know, to do this type of live streaming stuff. And obviously, I don't. So what I'll do here, I do have a Wi-Fi hotspot, which is very fast and very good, but I like to normally save my data for when I'm outside. But we'll plug it in today. And it probably will switch up here. So this might improve the video lag a little bit. All right, anyways, so what I'm going to do here quickly, guys, I want to jump in. Man, it's really bugging me that the chat's not popping up on the side there for you guys. I really would like you guys to be able to see the chat. So, okay. So what I'm going to do here, actually, since we've got this one already opened up, let's go ahead and I'm just going to play around here. You guys can kind of see my editing process. This was raw. Again, I'm using the Polarr app. I'm using the free Polarr app, which is really cool because I can add Luts in. I like using Luts. I'm not sure if I'll use a LUT on this one. I'll check. You know, Bounce Color right now, which is the sponsor. You guys can see up there on top there. They are offering 50% off all their LUTs right now at the moment until September 24th. And I'm using the Urban. I have the Urban Dark Pack, which is really cool, and it's kind of set up more for urban environments, which I kind of live heavily in Japan, you know, being a super urban area. And let's see here, so we'll go ahead and close all that stuff there. And audio still looking okay? Good. So what I'll do here, typically, now this is a raw image. So again, if you guys don't know what RAW is, you get more data. You can save more data in the highlights and the shadows. It's just a bigger file. Like literally, this file is 25 megabytes compared to if I was shooting a just a standard JPEG, which would be like in the kilobytes. So this thing is a really fat, meaty file, and it stores a lot of data. And yeah, that's one reason we shoot in RAW. On my Samsung Note 8, I have it set up to shoot JPEG and RAW. So anytime I'm using Pro mode, it will snap a JPEG and it will snap a RAW image. So check it out here on the cropping. Another little bit of a filmmaking tip here that we normally do. See the subject here is facing to the left. Typically, you want to give him space. Like, see this? Now, if I crop it like this, let's see what that looks like. It feels kind of like constricted, right? It feels restricted, like this guy's locked in or something. So you can use that to your advantage if you're doing like a film and you're filming something you want the character to feel like they're, they're being confined. Blocking off that front part like that will do that. Now, if we opposite, now typically I like to give him breathing room. So like some room, since he is zooming this way, typically what I will do on something like this is kind of frame it up. Got my rule of thirds going here. I'll frame it up more like this. So now you can see like, okay, it looks like he's free. He's got somewhere, he's on a mission. He's zooming somewhere, right? It's a little bit different feeling from the other one just on the crop there. I actually like that crop. We'll leave it there. Kind of, it gives him room. And what I'll do here now, let me show you. Look how much more room I can really tweak the image using raw. Okay, now it starts to get a little degraded. Like that's about the max. But I can still go here. Look at that, and look how dark we can go. Really dark before it gets really. The blacks don't look like over clipped, So I'm gonna probably kind of do a happy middle. It was a little bit bright, so I'm gonna do something like that. And then my contrast. Look at that. Let's look at that punch in. Look at how much I can punch in on that contrast. Kind of punch in like that a little bit. And highlights, we can pull them out or bring them in. This gun, I think I'll leave them in the middle. My whites are not too bad. I'll leave those in the middle. The blacks, I think also I'm gonna maybe just creep the blacks over a little bit more stronger. It look like we're losing some detail where his bag and his backpack is, so we'll kind of leave it there. And then here are my colors. Again, especially when you're using a raw photo, you get a lot more room on the colors here. And is everybody still there? Okay, we're okay in the chat. I gotta figure. I need to sign in so I can actually. Anyways, it's asking me to open my web browser so I can be able to chat with you guys in the text box there. Oh, okay, nice, very good. It just says nice. Everything is okay. I am really bummed that I cannot have the text. I'm gonna get this live streaming stuff down, guys. You just gotta keep practicing, keep filming, keep streaming. That's my new thing for me right now. Just keep streaming. You'll get better. So, yeah. But that's all part of it. Learning anything new is trying to figure it out. You got to do it to figure it out. And it's the same thing that I tell people always who ask me about mobile filmmaking. And like, well, my images doesn't look like yours. Why? And I'm like, guys, you got to remember, first of all, one thing tip, don't compare your beginnings to somebody else's middle. I've been doing this for over 4 years now, just filming on the camera, on the phones and stuff. So I've learned a lot. I learned about what I can do and what I can't do compared to the first 2 weeks, the first 3 months. If I go back and look at all those videos I did, I'm like, wow. But as you keep doing it, you'll just keep learning and finding out the limitations of your equipment, finding out the limitations of your phone, your camera, and the limitations of you, what you're capable of doing. So here's a saturation. We can kind of, I'm not going to really pump. I like a little bit desaturated look here, but we can, let me see if we can warm this up a little bit. Just a tad bit. It was an overcast, gloomy day, but I just want to add some warmth into this. And if you guys are not familiar with the HSLs allow you to dial in one color. For example, I'm on red right now, right? And if you see in the back of the tail light on the scooter, I can take that red and lean it more towards orange. See how it turned yellow now? Or I can make it even more saturated to a magenta. That's what these SL sliders do. I can change the hue, and then I can also bring in the saturation, make it super bright, or I can pull it out and almost make it like black and white, like it's pretty much gone. So that's what these HL sliders do. It depends on the look and what I'm trying to do, if I want to use them or not. Most of the time, I'm just trying to go and keep everything simple. But one thing I do like using is this toning here. And for example, shadows, teal, the teal and orange look. This is an easy way to do the teal and orange look if you wanted to. My shadows, you make your shadows teal, right? And then let me bring down the saturation a little bit. And then again, you go to your highlights and you put your highlights on the orange side, right? And then boom, bring that up just a little bit. Boom. So there, I got the teal and orange look. Now if I bring my slider, I can either go more towards the highlight side or more towards the shadow side. So if I bring it like a little bit more towards there, boom, there you go. It's a quick and easy way to get the teal and orange look. But I'm gonna go ahead and I want to kill that. I don't want that. Oh, I just totally killed everything. Hang on. Redo, 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 redo. And one more. Redo. I think it was there. Good. Store that. So, one other thing that's cool about Polarr, they do have some really cool presets already built in. For example, here using this, using their styles that they already have built. They have basically an art, film, studio, vintage, skin. Now you see the blue; those ones are you need to pay for those for the premium packages. But hey, you know, let's just take a look at some of these. I'm not really feeling most of them. Yeah. And again, this is a raw image, so we need to put a little bit more work into it. That one's actually pretty cool. M3 looks pretty cool. These, I guess, they're film emulation looks. Actually, M6 looks really cool. I like that one. Some of these are pretty cool. But yeah, I do my own. That's why I like to use the Luts, because I can bring my own in here. So for example, here I go back into my Luts. And let's go ahead and choose my LUT. And again, I'm using the dark pack. Let's go dark tone. And there it kind of brings a little bit of a orangey, darky browns. That's a little bit too dark. And then I got my bamboo here. That one's okay. I'm kind of feeling that. You can see here's the original. Kind of feeling that a little bit. But I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to keep it pretty much clean today. Just clean. I'm not going to really go hard on the LUTs. I'm going to bring some grain in there. I like to bring the grain. Curve. Just bring up my highlights a little bit. Bring down my blacks a little bit. And I always like to add a little bit of fade to my shadows. It just softens things up a little bit. Details. Clarity. So we can have a little softer look, or we can have the clarity you want to be careful with the clarity. Use it cautiously. Use it just a little bit. Don't overpower go overboard with it. And if I do clarity, I'll bring in it just and very subtle, and then the sharpening. Again, don't want to overdo sharpening, guys, because it will really make your image just look crappy. And I'm probably gonna go there, somewhere around there. Okay, boom. So there was our before after. Let me zoom it out. And one thing that I've been doing recently is adding my borders. My last feed, okay, I'm gonna go to border. We'll go to 1:1. But on this one, I'm going to change it to a black border, because my last few posts I did a black border. So I'm gonna keep that kind of going. And then I don't really do like a 2 right there. Cool. My first pan swoop. I don't know what they call it, the pan swoosh or whatever. Oh no! Hang on. Okay, device is charging slowly. Okay, that's fine. So again, that was really cool taking that photo using the ND filter and having that extra bit of time. I think, what did I say, 1/15th of a second. So if you guys want to try something in manual mode, put it towards 1/15th of a second. But you'll notice when you do that, everything's gonna get super bright. You're gonna need the way to bring everything back down without adjusting the shutter speed, and that's where ND filters come in. That was why, out of all the lenses that I really wanted to buy for a moment, the first lens that I bought was an ND filter, because that is the one thing that I do, even if I'm filming like in Filmic Pro, or if I'm using whatever, MC Pro F24 FPS 24. If I'm using that app and I'm filming at 24 frames per second, I lock it there, my frame my shutter speed will be 50 and everything is super blown out during the daytime. And that's why I need this ND filter that allows me to do that. So that's why this was the most important thing that I bought before I bought any other lens. And then after that, I bought the anamorphic because I'm a big anamorphic junkie. I like anamorphic. It's my thing. So I'm going to be pumping out a lot of more anamorphic stuff coming up here shortly, guys. Just because that's the thing that I like right now. And I'm just, again, doing what makes you happy is important, you know. Martin, hello. What is up? How are you? Hello. Cool little emoji there. It's got the thumb up on there. I love it. Fantastic. Let me save this image here, guys. You guys got any questions? Go ahead and fire them off. Even though I know I'm messing around with photography stuff, we can still talk mobile. We can talk anything. Mobile filmmaking, all that. We can talk it all. But what other one, the whole motivation of this lesson was, I wanted to show you guys this cool little shot I took last night with the anamorphic lens. Now, again, the benefit of using this, I can film anamorphic and I can also shoot photos in anamorphic, which I really love doing. So last night on my way home, look at this. I was like super excited when I shot this one here. Again, here I was playing with the shutter speed, trying to find finding a happy medium between the lights on the roof here. You see the lights on the roof? They were super blown out when I first set the shot up. So it's either going to be the light is going to be clean or the shadows are going to be too dark. So you got to find a happy medium. And you can look here on the sides. You can see down here on the sides, I lost a little bit of detail right here. I lost it, but that's just the ground, you know, and there's actually, believe it or not, there's a stool sitting down here. I lost a little detail there, but I kept the detail, the light, my main focal was this little red lantern here. And I was exposing to keep that so it wasn't super white, so you couldn't even see the color of the red. So I had to fight it. And then back and forth, I took maybe 7 photos and finally got it dialed in on the last 2 photos here. So that's why this photo is like, I'm really proud of this photo here. Ferris, hello, how are you? Internet buff? Internet buff? What phone do you use? At the moment, I'm using my Samsung Note 8. That's what I took these photos. I took this photo using First Light from Filmic Pro. I used their app, and I had the moment lens on there, and I de-squeezed it inside of Filmic, the Filmic app. So it worked out really, really well. Now, grading this, like, I really like the way it looks right now. Like, I don't know. There's a couple things. I love the sci-fi Blade Runner look. I do have a couple Luts like that I saved from previous projects. So what I might do is let me see what it looks like with one of my Blade Runner Luts on here. Okay, I have a couple of them. This one might be the daytime orange. Okay. Ooh, that's actually pretty interesting there too. Let me peel it back first. Let's kill it and then let's see. Oh, oh, that might be an option, guys. That might be an option. Well, I have a couple of other Blade Runner looks here. Where's my other one? Here. This is from the 2049 movie. Oh, that's even better. You guys can see, I'm a big sci-fi junkie. I love it. Oh, hang on. Which one did I choose? Hang on. Let's back up. I have one more Blade Runner. Okay. I have this. This is the vibrant Blade Runner look. Man, guys, I think this might be the one right here. Hello from the Philippines, Gabriel. Hello, how are you? Yeah, we're just messing around here in some mobile photography that I shot with the anamorphic lens. Now, I do have a couple of other presets here, a couple other LUTs. I have this Joker LUT. Let's see what this looks like on here. Whoa. Wow, the Joker LUT coming in clutch right there, guys. Let's see my other Joker LUT. No, that's too dark. Man, I'm thinking I might be liking this Joker. What do you guys think? What are you guys feeling? The Blade Runner? What are you guys feeling? Blade Runner? Give me a 1 if you're feeling Blade Runner. Give me a 2 if you're feeling the Joker, and give me a 3 if we should just keep it stock. Keep it the way it looks naturally. Dunkirk. Man, I think I'm really liking that. Hello from the hello from LA. Great work. Matt Williams, what up? I miss Cali. Hometown, California. Fontana, about an hour away from you guys down there in LA. Let's see. Let's see if people chime in on the vote here. This is what it looks like original here, right? This will be a 3. If you guys like this look, give me a 3 on there on your keyboard there. Or if we should do this Blade Runner, here, you're gonna give me a 1 if we do the Blade Runner here. Ah, I'm loving that one. I'm really loving that Blade Runner. Or if you guys like this Joker look here. Man, I think that Joker might be the way to go. I'm feeling the Joker look on that one. So I think I'm gonna drop. Whoa, man, it's almost already 2:30. Time goes by fast when we live stream. I think I'm feeling this one here. So what I do is every time I pop on a LUT, guys, I don't go and keep it at 100% like it is right now. I always back it off all the way to 0. So here's my image, right? And then I just slowly creep it in. Again, we don't want it to be, we just want the LUT to just help accent the image. We don't want it to just oversaturate it and just be like, yo, somebody just slapped a LUT on it and called it. Like, I'm feeling it here, 56%, about half. And then again, we're going to go back inside here and we got to make some adjustments to this. It even dark. Everybody said 3. I already forgot what was 3. What was 3? Joker? 3 was the Joker? Yeah, I think 3 was Joker, huh? Yeah, we're going with the Joker right now. I have the Joker in there. So that it made my blacks a lot blacker, so I'm going to have to go back in here in the shadows. Let's lift up these shadows. And now I'm working with the raw image. So you can pump it a lot more than you could if I was using a standard JPEG. So like, see that? Look at that. Look at all that data that I'm getting back, guys. Look at all that. Now you can almost see. Look at right here. This is the advantage of shooting raw versus JPEG. Look at all that. Now there is some noise in here. Don't get me wrong. There is some noise in here. Look at all this. There's noise. All this color discoloration, that's noise in the image, right? Look at that. Can you guys see that? That's noise. Okay, and now that means I'm pushing it too much. I'm pushing it too far. Plus, I shot it at night, and it wasn't. Cameras at night is like the worst scenario, right? So, but even, hang on, let's see. Let me zoom back in here. So even if I take my shadows now and slowly back them off, and we just want to keep going till that noise goes away. Okay, it looks like it's a little bit better there, right? How much do we save? That's okay, but I think I'm gonna go darker. It's fine. I'm gonna go darker. Because my main subject was this lamp and this kind of like just this down the hallway, right? We'll do that. Highlights and just pull them down a little bit. Now if I tweak the blacks here a little bit. A little bit there. Let me see what happens with the exposure. I got a little bit of room on the exposure. And my color, I like to desaturate a little bit. Pull it off a little bit, desaturate it. And now what I also, here on the HL sliders, check it out. This is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to play on this one. Like my light up here, I'm going to go for this. There's something sticky right here that's bugging me. I need to find. I'll have to do it later. Something sticky right there and it's bugging me. Okay, what I want to do here now, on the blues, I want to play with this aqua, this teal color, right? And I'm going to go to aqua luminance and watch what happens up here to the light. Let's see if I can get it to move a little bit, get some color into that light up there. Okay, you see the light up there? You see the light up there? Check it out. See that? Oh, see that? I'm going to add a little more teal into there. Let's pump up the saturation a little bit. See, I'm adding a little bit of color in there. Okay, let's go to this blue here and see what happens. Now this blue, definitely up here on the walls, we might see what's happening? There we go. Now it's a good time I can play it. And I can pump the saturation up a little bit. think I like it there, something like there. Now the whole image is getting a little bit too bright for me. That I lost the look that I had before, like the dark mysterious corridor. It looks like we've lost a little bit of that, so I gotta maintain it. Let me see if I can bring that back here. Don't want to go too much there. And again, I'm a little bit of fade here. Just a little bit. Okay. And I use it. Okay, there is. Yeah, I know in Adobe Lightroom there is a noise reduction. Oh, there, denoising color. Okay, let's see how good that's going to work here. Denoising color. Okay, check it out. If you look at it closely, see how here it's kind of like spotty color blotches. Check this out. If we go to denoising color, it almost kills that. But it's also killing some color out of our image, right? So we got to use that wisely. We got to use that wisely. I tend to not to go 100% on anything, you know? So that will clean up a little bit of the noise. And here we got this denoising also we can probably use. Let's see here. Denoising also makes everything just a little bit more softer. So you're going to lose sharpness if you do that too much. So it's already taken at night. It's fine with me because I'm going to hide it. I'm going to throw some grain on top of that. Grain everything up. Go heavy on the grain. Okay. And now I don't like what I did to that blue up there. I think I went a little bit too much. So I'm going to back it off. Let me back everything off a little bit. I want subtle, everything to be subtle, okay? And this blue, that looks okay there. This red, I'm actually going to bring up the red just a little bit, punch it up a little bit. A little bit more towards orange. See this? See the luminance? Watch it. Look at how dark it is. Now look at, yeah, it looks like I'm almost lighting it up. Give a little bit of pop there. Okay, good. And vignette, we don't need a vignette because it's already got a natural vignette. So quickly here, let me go back to that. That's at 100%. That's at 0. Let me slowly creep. Yeah, I'm liking it there. Boom. All right, I like that. Let's save that. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The USB cable came out of the phone. We lost the feed. Hang on, let's see, will it reboot? Oh no. At least we finished the photo. Hang on, guys. Houston, we have a problem. Game capture. Hang on here. Let's turn that off and let's turn this off. And let's see if this pops back up. Looks like it's trying. Oh no. Typically I normally have to restart the whole thing anyways to bring that back. Let's see if I can restart it one more time. I found this cool little free app. Well, it's not an app, it's kind of like a script that you run on your computer that allows you to screen capture. Basically, I plug my phone in with a USB cable, and it basically shows my image on the computer. Okay, there's, oh, let's bring that back one more time. The whole thing, we're going live, guys. Live broadcasting. And let's see if it brings it back. It probably won't because I'm going to need to restart. But anyways, ending on that note, that will be the end of this quick mobile edit. I wanted to just jump in and share that with you guys. Was excited about the using the exposure time. I'm going to play with that tonight on the way home. Again, I'm going to be taking a bunch of photos. I'm going to be shooting some anamorphic video on the way home from work tonight. Again, probably going to be shooting my moment of the day. probably all in anamorphic with a three shotter. I just uploaded a new video yesterday on YouTube. I was using the app called Super 16, which is, I used the free app for a very long time, and I just recently purchased it. But it's you can use the free version and use almost all the filters except for a good chunk of future filters. But it's a really cool app when you want to film at night. I don't know what it does, but for some reason it looks a lot better when you use that app when you're filming at night versus not using it. So something that we'll look into. Take a look at that video if you guys want to see how it looks. It's a really cool app that it just gives it a vintage look, and then you can add all kinds of cool stuff on it. I really like it. So Patrick Levar, thank you for everybody who joined in on the stream here quickly. I know these are unannounced and unscheduled. They're just kind of improvised. I just jump on it when I got time. So keep filming, keep shooting, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Patrick Levar, peace. See ya.